Shalom Yasharallah. Before we go into this lesson, we give all honor, all glory, and all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakodash. We give double honor to the apostles and prophets and elders of James Camp, better known as Great Millstone, for they bring forth the 100% truth that I've been currently edified under. Shalom to the elect, the tabernacle of David, and I'm Brother Zariak coming through this lesson. The title of the lesson is Israel were also called heathen, and because of their actions disobeying Yahweh Shai, they became heathen. Now let's start with a precept in Ezekiel chapter 20 and go from verses 30 to 32, showing that their disobedience and that they cleaved unto the heathens very well made themselves that. It says, verse 30, it says, Wherefore say unto the house of Israel, Thus saith Yahweh power, Are ye polluted after the manner of your fathers? And commit ye whoredom after all their abominations? For when ye offer your gifts, when ye make your sons to pass through the fire, ye pollute yourselves with all your idols, even unto the day, and I shall be inquired of by you. And shall I be inquired of by you, Salak? It says, O house of Israel, as I live, saith Yahweh power, I will not be inquired of by you. And here's the point. It says, And that which committeth into your mind shall not be at all that ye say, We will be as the heathen. And how did they be as the heathen? They polluted themselves, which was mentioned right before. They polluted themselves with the customs and the ways of the heathen. You see, the scripture tells you we're supposed to be holy, separate, set apart from these heathens. But what did Israel do? What did the majority of Israel do? They cleaved unto the heathens. Here it says, we will be as the heathen, as the families of the countries to serve wood and stone. This is what they were inquiring, to go after the heathen. When the Heavenly Father has gave us laws for a particular reason, let's read that. It says, Behold, Deuteronomy chapter 4 verses 5, it says, Behold, I've taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh my power commanded me that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sights of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. Now we were given these laws to be above these nations, to be holy, to be a holy people, a peculiar people, a special people unto Yahweh thy power. But you know, Israel like to backslide. They like to go unto these heathens. You understand? In many instances, it shows where Israel has forsook the ways of Yahweh Shai and became heathen. And they became heathen, they became Gentiles. And we can get a very similar account when you go into the book of Maccabees, as it says, 1 Maccabees chapter, I read it, 1 and verses 11. What did it say? This is direct. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. They went and made a covenant with the heathen. Going back into to Ezekiel, we shall be as the heathens. They made the covenant, the Jakes made a covenant with the heathen to be like the heathen, to take up the customs and the ways of the heathen, and forsook the covenant. Let's continue reading what it says. It says what? make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrows. See that? So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. What is that license we have today? Your ID and all these things, so that you could partake in the ways of the heathen nations. They got permission to continue in that aspect. Verse 14, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen, according to the what customs of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen. Going back into Ezekiel 20 again. We will be as the heathens, and was sold to do mischief. You see where we fall off, which was pertaining to the law, what is going to take place. When you go to Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verses 16, where it says, they provoked him to jealousy with strange gods, with abominations provoked they him to anger. They sacrificed unto devils, not to power, to what? Not to power, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. Here's the point again. For the rock that begat thee, thou art unmindful, and hast forgotten power that formed thee. They have completely forgotten the ways of Yahweh Shai to take up the customs of the heathens. Which is why they would, in many instances, they would have been punished. When you go into the book of Baruch chapter 4 and verses 6, going down to the same line, it says, you were sold to the nations, not for your destructions, but because you moved the Most High to wrath. You were delivered unto the enemies. For you provoked him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to power. Going back into what it says here. So by their disobedience, because of their disobedience, their willful disobedience of wanting to be like the heathens, they have to receive that punishment or judgment according to the curses for their disobedience. I want to get one precept. Hosea chapter 5 and verses 5 to 7. Chapter 5, it says, and the pride of Israel that testified to his face, therefore shall Israel and Ephraim fall in their iniquity, Judah also shall fall with them. They shall go with the flocks and with their herds to seek Yahweh, but they shall not find him. We had withdrawn himself from them. And going to 7, it says, they have dealt treacherously against Yahweh, for they have begotten strange children. Now shall a month devour them with their portions. And why is that? Because they decide to go against the ways of Yahweh Shai. They fell short, and for that they were cast off for a short while. As pertaining to Baruch chapter 4 and verse 6, it's not for the destruction, but it's because they moved the Most High to wrath, that they were delivered unto their enemies. But it's not forever. Yahweh Shai still have love for us. He still have compassion and care for us. This is why, even in our calamities, he has been a sanctuary unto the children of Israel. This is why Esdras says, when you go into the second Esdras chapter 2 and verses 33, there you go, it says, I, Esdras, receive a charge of Yahweh upon the Mount Oreb, that I should go unto Israel. But when I came unto them, they set me at naught, and despised the commandments of Yahweh willfully. And therefore I say unto you, which is the Israelites, O ye heathens, that hear and understand, look for your shepherd, he shall give you an everlasting rest, for he is nigh at hand, that shall come in the end of the world. But here he says after, be ready to the reward of the kingdom, for the everlasting light shall shine upon you even forevermore. Forevermore. So you see, it's not forever. This, what we're going through here, is not forever. It's part of our trials to sharpen up, to be for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. This is what the Bible tells you in Jeremiah chapter 10 and verses 2. It says, thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen. Learn not the way of the heathen. And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. We are not supposed to be keeping the ways of the heathen. We're supposed to be against the ways of the heathens, according to the scriptures. We're supposed to be keeping our own way that Yahweh Shemosha had established unto us concerning the covenant to begin with. This is why we are called Sottish children, foolish, because you have our escape to have everlasting salvation, but yet you falling short on heathens, idols that can't even clean themselves. You see the stupidity. But let me get a precept in Esdras chapter 10 and verses 1. It says, now when Esdras had prayed, and when he had confessed, weeping and casting himself down before the house of power, there assembled unto him out of Israel a very great congregation of men and women and children, for the people wept sore. And Shechaniah, the son of Jahil, one of the sons of Elam, answered and said unto Ezra, we have trespassed against our power, and have taken strange wives of the people of the land. Yet now there is hope in Israel concerning this thing. Because according to the scriptures, we are supposed to make a covenant with the heathens, not take these strange wives, but there's a condition behind it. If we are to take these strange wives, we have to do what? Let's go to Deuteronomy to get our precept. Oh, you don't know about it? Like from verse 2. Verse 1. When Yahweh thy power shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and hast cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, the Gerishites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, even seven nations greater and mightier than thou. And when Yahweh thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, which the children of Israel did, made a covenant with the heathens and follow after their ways, becoming what? Pagan, becoming Gentiles. Going back into it, make no covenant with the heathen. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son, for they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. See that? So will the anger of Yahweh be kindled against you, and destroy thee suddenly. But here's the point. But thus shall ye dwell with them, if you want to dwell with them, ye shall destroy their altars, 1, break down their images, 2, and cut down their groves, 3, and burn their graven images, 4, with fire. For thou art an holy people unto Yahweh thy power, and Yahweh thy power had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. He don't want us partaking in their customs, nor worshipping their idols. As it says, chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. We are to only serve Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, no one else, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So we see where even Ezra and the people notice their errors. Verse 3, it says, now therefore let us make a covenant with our power to put away all the wives and such as are born of them, according to the counsel of my Lord, and of those that tremble at the commandment of our power. Let it be done according to the law. According to the what? According to the law. So now you understand, it's based off their disobedience that they become abominable. But it's based off of their obedience. But before obedience come their repentance, which was shown here, showing that, hey, we really mess this shit up. We really do this against our power, boy. What kind of thing is this, boy? But let me move these people out of your flicking sights, but let me go back to the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai. It says, verses 4, arise, for this matter belongeth unto thee. We also will be with thee. Be of good courage and do it. Then Ezra rose and made the chief priests, the Levites, and all Israel to swear that they should do according to this word, and they swore. If you want, that is where it is. This is how we have the elect today being obedient back to Yahweh Shem Shai, the remnant according to the election of grace. They are obedient to the words of Yahweh Shem Shai. They are doing the very will of Yahweh Shem Shai at this present point in time. Those that are waking up already, and those that are waking up to wake the others up to do the same thing. So you are to be that mindset, because you don't want to be following the ways after like of the heathens, like many of our people in churches today, worshiping Mary and Serapis Christos, worshiping Egyptian, going into Egyptology, believing in Chemith, and all these other bugged out knowledge. They are very much Gentiles, heathens, because they still follow after the ways of the heathen at the end of the day. They are disobedient to Yahweh Shem Shai, and they can't say that they haven't heard the sound doctrine. They can't say they haven't heard the truth, but they reject the truth because they have itchy ears for things that doesn't pertain to Yahweh Shem Shai. Much like what happened in the Maccabees, where the wicked Jakes decided to go with the heathen and despise the covenant and forsook the covenant of Yahweh Shem Shai. Same thing. So, another precept in I believe is Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and verses 4. 5 and verses 4. And it says, because they made a vow, very right here, according to Ezra, they swear, so they made a vow to Yahweh Shem Shai. And when you make a vow to Yahweh Shem Shai, you better pay up. Unless you want Yahweh Shem Shai to cast judgment on your ass, it best you pay up. Let's read. When thou vowest a vow unto power, defer not to pay it. For he had no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. Better is it that thou shouldest not vow than thou shouldest vow and not pay. It's better you hadn't vow than you vow and you didn't deliver. As simple as it is. They suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin, neither say thou before the angel that it was an error. Wherefore should power be angry at thy voice and destroy the work of thine hands? So if you want your destruction to come, go ahead and make a vow and break it, or else don't waste your time making one. I would rather not you make one, unless you're sure you could keep it. If it's the will of Yahweh Shem Shai for you to keep it. But let me get one more precept before you close out. Again, outlining, identifying how our people become heathens, which we had mentioned in Ezra at the end of the day. This was full proof, but we can get even more. Psalms 106 and verse 33. And it says, because they provoked his spirit, so that he spake unadvisedly with his lips. They did not destroy the nations concerning whom Yahweh commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. One more time. They mingled among the heathen and learned their works. Now you understand how we become heathen. This is why when they disobey the words of Ezra, which comes from Yahweh Shemir, because when you disobey the prophets or not hearken unto the prophets, you are not hearkening unto the voice of Yahweh Shemir, because Yahweh speaks through his prophets. Very simple. So they mingled among the heathen and learned the heathen works. The Bible tells you not the way of the heathens. They did the opposite of that. And they served other idols which were snared unto them. Continuing, because it says they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils and shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan, and the land was polluted with their blood. So we see where Israel yet again have done these manner of wickedness and followed the customs and ways of the heathen, and thus they became that heathen-like state. They became pagan. They became corrupted. They became abominable according to the scriptures. So I hope this lesson was clear and edifying. Now you see how Israel can become Gentiles. We read it in a different way for you to show you even how they became Gentiles. So I hope this lesson was indeed edifying. We say Shalom Yasharala, Kal, Halal Yam, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Makakodash. We double honors to the apostles and prophets and elders of James Camp, better honors great minister, for the bring forth the 100% truth that I've been currently edified under. Shalom to the elect, the tabernacle of David. And I'm a brother Tazariak saying to you, Shalom until the next one. So Shalom.